Hi, so my name is Manjeet and I'm trying to do something new here. I started reading books recently and I read 3 4 books, and very recently I completed this one book. The book's name is Ayn Rand, Ayn Rand's Fountainhead. So why I am making a review of this book? Because it's something I want to pursue this habit in future, and I have heard that it's a very good thing to read, so that it improves one's perspective in a good way. So about this book, mm I heard about this book from a YouTube video where some people were saying that it's their favorite books, and there were influential people. And first of all, I've not read many books, so I'm not in the position of making any direct comparison of it's better than this book or that book. I like this book, and when I finished reading it, I was thinking that why did it end? It should have been something more, and I actually missed reading this book. It's about 2 3 people, in the center of the story is a young architect, and it was written, I guess, around 100 years ago, or I guess 70 years ago, and it's about a young architect who's a bit of an idle nature, and he thinks his name is Howard Rock, and he thinks of the his perspective is that everything in this world is has to be taken in a very objective manner, and he loves architecture, and he thinks that the buildings in architecture should be in the best way that supports the whole idea, like the best way it can be built in architecture, not influenced by the idols and the past beliefs of people. Right? It should have the best structure and the best possible in a very scientific way. Right? And there are many more characters, like this Peter character is there, Peter Keating, and his mother is there, and the lady is there. She is Dominique Franklin. And she's a journalist, and she actually likes Howard, but in a very different way. She likes her, him so much that she actually ruins it. She tries to ruin his career, Howard's career, so that people cannot affect him, because it was unacceptable at that time to in this time also to go against the normal structures or normal thinking of the public. If we go against that, then many people try to press us down. So it's that. And who should read this book? I think if you have much time, I completed this book in 1 month. It's around 700 pages, and so the one question is also, if someone asks if I had time, then will I, and if I had the chance of reading this book once again for the first time, I will definitely read this book. It taught me about two three perspectives. So about Peter, who's like a selfish guy, but then we also understand why he is the way he is, right? And we like to we knew his perspective, his mother's perspective, and Howard's perspective, why he thinks the way he thinks, and actually, and why Dominic and the lady is trying to destroy Howard, and in the end they fall in love. or let's say something like that happens. So it tells about that if we walk on a path which is not, which is, we have very strong principles and we believe in them, and there are many things in life that in many situations where most of the people will not agree with us. Most of the time they will agree and most of the time they will not agree. And if we have those solid principles and a vibe of doing those things, then definitely we can handle those situations. So, so that's what happened with the protagonist in the story, however. And he faced various situations where he had to go against the flow, and that's all. So, what's the next book I'm reading? I'm reading this book. I went to the library, and not the library, the bookstore, and purchased I think 10 books, which are very popular nowadays, and I will try to read them. So we'll get back with next review. And one of the reasons I'm making this video is because I also want to improve my communication skills. Right. So thank you, and go ahead and read this book. If someone wants to exchange this book with something a better book, then I can give this in exchange also, not for free.